All right.
What's going on?
Am I off camera or am I
don't
just
know
cut
if it's
off?
off or if it's not. Just needs to be stretched. Is that Can you stretch it to see if it's showing? Yeah, pull that one in. Oh no,
Okay.
you're not off camera.
I just want to make sure y'all see my pretty face.
Oh man,
I set it up for you too.
man. Wait, hold on.
Hold on. Let's start over. Nobody said anything. Hey, stretch that out a little bit, Justin. Let me see. Okay, I just want to make sure y'all see my pretty face.
You got pretty legs, man.
Oh man, I got the long version too. Watch.
You got pretty legs, man.
Oh man,
And they lanolated. You put shea butter.
I put shea butter. I put shea butter.
Shea butter.
All right, guys. So I wanted to show my hat real quick before I take it off. I got it at Bucky's,
Okay.
and
What's the side say?
it
Support our
says
troops?
we support our troops.
That's right. Oh, 1776.
Yeah, in the back,
There you go.
and I'm just representing.
You know who's gonna like that hat?
Huh.
You know who's gonna like that hat? Cholo.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Actually, he's coming in May.
that's a dope trucker hat right there.
Do we have a date?
Yeah. Chola Trucker will be here.
Please.
Empty tomb. Thank you for the Wi-Fi.
Ooh, your man's on there.
Oh, the first.
What?
The very first one that says hello.
He,
It's your man right there, bro.
but the first.
You talking about Carl?
No.
What are
Oh,
you
Carl
talking
too. Yeah, no, Carl too. We got to start it off right.
It's blurry. I don't see nothing. What do you mean the first what?
Yeah, it's talking about Carl.
Oh, okay.
You
Here
know.
goes.
Carl.
Okay.
It's not official.
until
Like
Carl.
a ref with a whistle.
But we
Until
also
Carl.
got empty tomb. They gave $5.
Oh,
It's
first.
the
Man.
first.
So you are the first to get the animated cats.
No, it got to sit down. Y'all that are watching, you got to sit
I
down.
know you're driving right now, man, but you
Put
need
your
to pay
seatbelt-
attention
yeah.
to this,
And
bro.
if you're driving, put your seatbelts on.
Because of that, I'm gonna give him two of them, man. First, he's gonna get the Kool-Aid cat
Hey.
Oh, yeah.
and the Blink cat.
Hey.
Hey, that cat means business, man.
What's your
So-
shirt say? What's your shirt say?
I don't know. It says something crazy.
Meowing around.
Hey, Cholo, well, how come my calendar ain't showing it? You know, sometimes you can switch to a different calendar.
Yes.
Y'all just got meowed.
I want to
Yep.
say like in a month he's gonna be here.
Yeah, because May's next month.
No, but in a
It's
month.
Friday, as a matter of
A
fact.
month as in 4 weeks.
So then that won't be May or the end of May.
Like the third week of May, I think, which is in a month from now.
No,
Come on, man.
Carl, you did tell us because remember you logged in when you were at Disneyland and then you logged off. So you let us know. Thank you for putting us on your announcement calendar.
What happened?
No, he said I missed last week's show. I was on the family trip at Disneyland. I know he came on. Remember he
Oh,
told
man, I
us.
pray for you, man. I pray for you. I pray for everybody who enters into that place, man. Like, that's just a horrible place on earth, man. That place is probably surrounded by cats. Straight up, bro. That
I think
place
the
is
California
horrible.
side is not the Star Wars. The Star Wars side is protected.
So Sheila gave.
Okay, I can agree with that.
Sheila gave,
On
even
the
though
haunted
she
house.
didn't give on Super Chats, she gave on Cash App.
Uh-huh.
So she's gonna get Moses cat. Bam. 10 meow meow.
Thou have no
Yes!
Holla at your cat.
All right. So, guys, every time you give a super chat, we give you a super cat. We want to just give something back because even if it's 99 cents, whatever it is, it helps us pay our internet bill here. Our internet bill is $160. Why? Because it's not a house. So because of that, they charge like I always forget the word.
Extra.
Not residential, commercial.
Commercial, okay.
Yeah. So all those dollars help, man. And to give something in return, we animated these super chats, super cats.
Carl responded to.
Did he?
Said,
Okay.
I went against my will. Yes. See, man, that's why I was praying. See, I'm with you, my guy. I was praying for you. Hey, you know what? Can you please touch bases on those super cats of yours? Mickey one day was like, "Hey, what's up with these cats?" And this and that and whatever. And so I was like, you know what? I already told them. I said I explained to both of them that It's evil, but it's their thing, man. So
Evil.
You mean like
I'm
the
just kidding.
origination of it?
Yeah, like please. So that way, maybe there's some people on here that will get on here that just don't know like Mick does.
So early on, when live streaming first started, when super chats first started, one day, instead of super chats, I accidentally said super cats. That's all.
Oh, okay.
And so it made me go to Google, and I found just some weird random cat stuff. So every time somebody gave a super chat, I gave them a super cat.
Oh, okay.
You know, and it just
So
made
you leaned into the joke.
Yeah, and it kind of made it fun because, you know, we really do need to raise $160 a month for internet.
No, I get it. Yeah, I totally understand
And
what you're doing.
if you go to YouTube video and they'll say like how to help your channel get super chats, you know, it's to you reward people with something for their super. You acknowledge them, you give them a shout out or whatever. And I'm doing Bible study, so I couldn't stop constantly to get, hey man, I want to thank you for that $5, like in the middle of Bible study. So I just kind of like super chats. But then we stopped for the longest time. And recently a few people said, bring it back.
Yeah.
And because of AI, I'm like, I could create my own now. Instead of getting random ones off of Facebook. And sometimes they'd be pixelated, off of Google. So that's kind of why.
I remember early on in this show, somebody was like, hey, what's up with the super cats?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, I mean, that's evil. You know, why would you be asking for that? But and then you explained what it was, and I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Well, then it's as this time has went on, when you've brought these back, I see people like, yo, let me get this one. Yo, let me get this one. Now they put the money in to help out, but then they want a certain one. So I think that is pretty dope.
Yeah, it makes it funny. And it makes it fun. You know what I mean? It helps to be interactive.
Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
and it's like, and it just helps. It helps us. It makes people laugh. They like it. So everybody wins.
Well, you know, it'd be funny if one of these days we could somehow AI, where we could hit a button and they'd get someone to knock on their door, and it'd be a cat in a suit and slaps them.
Who would want to give toward that?
It would just be. It would be an experience.
I think people would give if a cat. If a cat did that to Il Omar.
Oh yeah. Every day I would pay for that. I would
pay for it
every day, bro. You know, like, okay, so you know, like you've learned how to go ahead and put money aside for whatever investments you need to press.
Like who needs vacations, right?
Yeah, bro. I would definitely, that would be a percentage of my income to have that multiple times a day.
And
bro.
the laughter is definitely good for your health.
Oh my goodness, yes, it's biblical. That's biblical.
I
by
mean,
the
would
way.
you pay extra to have the cat wear a tuxedo?
No. I would pay
No, 'cause
for
then you couldn't
a
get away.
cat. I would pay for a cat quartet. So as they slap her, they sing, "We are here to slap you," and whatever it may be. Like
So
a
what if
barber
it had
quartet.
baby powder?
Oh man, yeah, that's the
And it
greatest.
shot lasers,
No.
like laser, and you see the powder just.
Dang. Yeah, that's
Okay, this show's just.
Or
I don't
theatrical
know what it's
lighting.
becoming now.
Yeah.
You mentioned somebody wrong, man. And so
So-
we have a lot of deep-rooted stuff against of that person.
It's just a slaps giving anticipation.
Slaps-giving.
I was tracking with you
Anticipate.
until the slap came in, and then you threw on Ihan Omar, dude,
Yeah.
and I'm like, okay, I can.
You're
agree
back
with that.
in.
Yeah, I was like,
back
oh,
in.
okay, what's up, bro? Every time I try to get out, bro, they boom me back in, bro. You know what I mean? So it's just like, yeah, but yeah, just random pay for people to get slapped, bro. I mean, people do that for free.
Oh, let's get some shout outs before we get into the subject. Sunset Free. What's up? Jason Ramirez. Empty Tomb.
Hey, what's happening, everybody?
It's Low Zone. Sheila Skaggs.
gosh.
Who else we got? That's who we got in here.
How did we
Slap
get
her
here?
into World War 11. Did you hear that? No, she did?
What?
She actually was giving a speech and she said something happened in World War 11.
Who?
Her.
Ihan.
World War 11.
Mm-hmm.
I promise you, look it up. If that didn't deserve a slap.
She didn't know it was
That's
Roman
a slap
numerals.
with a hot, fresh tortilla.
That's a game today. Do you know that?
What?
Yeah.
The tortilla slap?
No.
Yeah, like you drink some water
And you hold
and
it.
then you hold the water in there.
Oh,
like,
yeah, you
don't
did it.
Yeah, I did it with the
Yeah,
boys.
that's right.
We did a tortilla slap fest
Oh,
and recorded it.
Did you get your slap on, Jason? Justin? Sorry. Yeah. You didn't hold back? Did you feel a little bit bad? Nice. Did you feel a little bit of joy?
It was actually fun.
Actually, you can't slap a tortilla. It had to be pita bread.
Pita bread?
Yeah, because that's what they eat over there
Where?
in the Middle East.
Oh.
You just throw it at her.
Oh,
Okay. Hey, Cholo Trucker, I was looking at my calendar trying to figure out what dates are coming. I think it's the 3rd week of May. Can you confirm that, sir?
Show him your hand.
Oh, check this out, Cholo. I got this brown.
World War 11.
Oh, man, you can't really see it. But it has American flag. It's brown, trucker hat, and it says 1776 on the back. And on the side, it says support our troops. I got it at Buc-ee's in Texas, of course.
That's funny.
So
He's going to take us into World War 11.
Oh,
she seriously said World War 11.
Really?
Yes.
I haven't heard that. That's crazy.
And then, what's his name from New York, the New York mayor?
Mom Dummy?
Yeah,
Donnie?
him.
Dunny?
He was in a classroom with the other Muslim, Obama. And
Oh, Hussein Obama.
There you go. Hey, bro. I'm practicing
Hussein?
wisdom.
Yeah.
Barack Hussein Obama.
Yeah. And they're singing oh my God, I forgot. The bus song that goes round and round and round. And he didn't know the song. So he's following after the kids and kind of following after them because he didn't
Barack didn't know the song?
Mamdani didn't know it.
Well, of course. I don't think they.
Yeah. The wheels of the bus go
Yeah.
round and round. So he's like half a second off and everything, trying to pay attention to these kids. Anyway.
You know, those socialists couldn't have given him a free book to know the song. What's up with
Yeah.
that?
They did. It's called the Quran. And he
Sunset
swore
Free.
in on it.
May 19th.
May 9th.
That's when he's going to be here. May 19th.
Got it.
Sunset Free. I was in Modesto around 2:30 today. So I drove past the church to check it out.
Nice.
Oh, nobody was here yet.
Yeah.
But thank you. All right. So subjects today.
Yeah.
And there's probably a whole bunch of them.
Well, I know last week was, closing the week out was pretty silent. It was nothing going on really much in politics or social media at all this weekend. And
Okay.
I couldn't think of anything that what we could talk about. No. Trump's assassination attempt number 3. And actually, it's probably more, but at least we know officially of 3.
Yep.
And we're going to talk about all those different details. The person who was caught, people at the dinner, and there's a lot of little details that go in. We want to talk about Tucker Carlson. Want to talk about Jimmy Kimmel's response. JD had a quick exit, and we want to talk about that. There was something else I came across and I wanted to throw out. I don't know if you guys had heard about the new vehicles, the 2027 vehicles.
No.
No?
Don't know nothing about it.
That some laws were passed, and it was pushed by MAD, Mothers Against Drunk Drivers.
Uh-huh.
Because I had heard about this a while back until I heard some more details recently that these vehicles are going to, we'll talk about it, but they're surveillance vehicles.
What do you mean?
They have personal surveillance within the vehicle. So if there's something wrong, if you're intoxicated, like all these different things, but it's surveilling you 24 hours.
Every vehicle, or if you get
All
caught?
of these new vehicles in 2027.
Mm.
So what do you think about that?
Are we going into that right now, or are you just giving the
I
topic?
just throwing that out in the
Yeah.
list of subjects, but
Oh, okay.
I thought that was an interesting conversation.
Are you crying? Are you crying? There's no crying.
Wrong button, but I don't know what happened there. I meant to hit this one.
Oh yeah, here comes Kool-Aid. Here comes
No,
Kool-Aid.
that
We're gonna save the day.
All right.
So let's get into Trump. There's a lot.
Is there? I really don't know if there is or not. I mean, a lot of questions we
yeah,
have.
a lot of
but-
questions. That's what I'm saying. Just to have conversation.
Well, I guess we can start it out by saying what happened.
Yep.
It was at a hotel. It was a banquet, really nice banquet, the best banquet. You know what I mean? And
It's the best.
it's the best. First thing is, it would be really nice if instead of there, if they would have a banquet room, a banquet hall by the White House. That'd be more convenient.
I mean, I think he literally said the same, almost verbatim the same
Right.
thing. Yeah.
That'd be crazy though.
Yeah.
That's a good idea, right?
You know what they should do is they should make it that it's like almost like a ballroom.
Yeah, they should have a ballroom right next to the White House, so that way these things can't happen. That's a good idea.
You know what they should do?
Is it Trump's
If-
idea?
Well, if they did that way the taxpayers don't have to pay for it. They should like have the media pay for it.
No way.
Oh,
No way.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's impossible.
Yeah.
That's impossible. No way that would ever happen.
I-
Would it be a Trump idea though? Because if it's a Trump idea, it's a bad idea.
yeah, but it would probably be the best ballroom ever.
I bet you that's probably what it would be called.
The
best ballroom ever.
Somebody send Trump this clip and give him that idea.
The
Watch,
best.
you're gonna see it.
Remember Nacho Libre?
He's the best.
Your eyes are the best.
There was another. What was the other one that we wanted Trump to go ahead and coin from us? Was Mundummy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mundummy.
So,
We never copyrighted
They
it.
have
We
this-
didn't get any money.
So this one, Jason Ramirez says, "Have it underground."
so basically, they had this banquet, and a guy came running through the checkpoint that was in the lobby, and had a shotgun, a pistol, and a couple knives. And he ran through shooting. One officer got shot, but it hit his vest, and he got wrestled down, not put down, and somehow he ended up naked, and but he was on the floor, and that was it. So, but there's a lot of different. I guess we want to break it up into a few different things that were that happened, right?
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about first about that?
Well, I just maybe the guy,
The guy himself.
the guy himself, the guy
I
that
can't
was
find
arrested.
Nothing on this dude.
You know, I know he's from California.
Torrance.
Yeah.
That's down south, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was a school teacher. He was in I think he was the teacher of the year in 2024
Yeah.
from Torrance. And so he was, and then he went to a college that was a pretty pristine college.
Yeah. Like a tech one?
Yeah. And so it's not a school that anybody can get into.
Yeah.
It's a pretty prestigious school. And so for somebody of that mental capacity, I guess, you know, it's some vibrate.
I think it's just
you know,
That was me.
that as far as him as a teacher, his credentials, he wasn't military.
no.
But he did leave a very detailed manifesto of what his plans were, his apologies, which was crazy,
Yeah.
and his targets.
Well, another part you're leaving out is what's interesting is he was talking about the lack of security.
Yeah,
You know, and almost put himself like if he was a terrorist,
because so he wrote it
you
from the
would've-
hotel.
You would have took out the entire leadership right now.
He wrote it the night before.
Oh, did he?
Because how else could he have addressed all of that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Duh.
So he checks in to this hotel, takes a train. So they don't do any type of checking on
yeah.
which is crazy to me that a transportation system, a public transportation system, that you're not going through metal detectors and they're not checking bags.
Yeah. I just assumed he did.
Me too. I never thought. I've
Yeah.
never gone on a
I never
train.
thought it. But then again, TSA is for airplanes because 9/11
Yeah.
was about airplanes.
And I know that would make the cost jump up, but
Yeah, but I don't know. I just always assumed that they would X-ray your stuff. I mean, you can't
Me
get
too.
into a concert without going through metal detector.
Exactly.
You're gonna go on a train. But anyways, that's besides the point, right?
well, like even when like you've been to the MGM,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Did they let closed covered bags or were they clear when you went?
Yeah, it was clear.
Clear bags.
Yeah, you had to get clear bags.
Yeah, the women had to have clear purses,
Same
clear
thing with-
bottles. You can't
Same
have
thing with concerts.
like you
and
couldn't
football.
take that bottle in there. It had to be clear.
Yeah. Same thing with I mean MGM allowed us to take this kind of
They
stuff. in.
did?
Yeah, for what I went there for the last time, but
Mm.
for the convention. But the thing about it is like football games, concerts, all that stuff. You're right. This cannot be taken in. Clear bags have to be able to see through it. And they only do it for the simple fact of it's easy to get people through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah.
And at the same time, it's a safety. It's a large group of people.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know, and that's the crazy part. It was just were you able to find any details on the guy? How old is he?
That's what I'm looking for
I thought
right
he's in
now.
his 30s.
Yeah, I can't. They're not. I got some.
Justin, are you able to find anything?
Yeah, I got nothing of his age at this moment. That's what I was looking at. I have a picture of him laying on the floor. 31. Cole Allen. Identified by authorities as Cole Allen, 31 years old, a paying guest at the Hilton, bypassed multiple layers of security at an event attended by President Donald Trump, several cabinet officials, more than 2,500 journalists, politicians, and other VIPs. Allen hit the ground at the top of the staircase that led down to the entrance of the ballroom, where all the guests dressed in evening wear, packed around tables, lobster, blah, blah, blah. No one inside the ballroom was hurt, so the Secret Service did its job. Security experts say the only injury was to Secret Service agent who took a bullet to his vest and will survive. Still, the amateur gunman acting alone made it as close as he did to the president, has prompted some security experts to wonder what might have happened had the attempt been carried out. Maybe that's why he was naked. Maybe he did that thing that we see in the, maybe he did one of those moves where we see like in movies and in TV shows where he went in as a busboy or he went in a certain way and he made it through the security in certain type of gear. And then before he ended up doing what he did, he ended up taking that off and going that route. Maybe, I don't know.
My understanding is there's 4 layers of security with Secret Service. I forgot who it was. What's his name that always yells? He's a sports guy too. Black dude.
Oh, Stephen A. Smith?
Yeah, him. So he was there.
Oh, okay.
So he said to get there, he had to park blocks away because Secret Service didn't allow anybody to drive close. So that's layer 1. Layer 2 was outside of the building. Layer 3 was where he ran through, and layer 4 would have been actually in the banquet room. So there was 4 layers to get to President Trump. But this guy bypassed 2 because he checked into the hotel the night before.
Yeah.
So he didn't have to park blocks away. He didn't have to get into the building. He was already in the building. So he was only 2 layers away from the president. Even if they did do a background check, he had no criminal history. He had no nothing anyways. So even if they did, I mean, it wouldn't have changed nothing. The only thing that would have changed would have been metal detectors for anybody in the hotel. That's the only thing that would have changed.
Yeah, there was nothing in his history, from what I heard,
that
gave them signs to say this dude's going to do something like this.
Yeah,
Nothing like that. But for him to be able to bypass those 2 layers, so that means the hotel was a normal hotel. 24 hours before, as if you went to the DoubleTree here in Modesto.
Yeah, you know that's the same hotel Reagan was shot at outside.
Yeah. It's like.
So if anyone wanted to get to him, that would actually be the time to get him. Because that happens, I think, it happens during a president's life. They do that dinner there. I don't know if it's yearly or I don't know what it is, but
I don't know.
They say that that's probably the least guarded because they have, it's a hotel. So it's not like Secret Service has control of the cameras, control of this, control of that. There's not different layers of rooms. It's like you're on the sidewalk, you're in the lobby, and then you're in the banquet room. I'm guessing something like that.
Because he wasn't like within 30 feet of the president or anything like that. And so he wasn't even in the room.
And his main target wasn't just president.
Yeah.
He wanted Patel. I mean, Rubio was there.
He wanted the cabinet.
Yeah, the whole leadership. So, I don't know if we're going to talk about this or not, but one thing that I got to say this, man, is I have agreed and disagreed with many presidents in my life, even before I was political or would pay, not want to say I'm political, even before I paid attention to politics. Let me say that.
Yeah.
Regardless of what president was, whether it was Reagan, I remember, whether it was Clinton, he would do something people didn't like, and you're like, man, but you don't plot or say things that you want them dead. I don't remember wishing death on any president in my whole lifetime, even when they did things I didn't like.
I don't remember that being a conversation.
That's just weird, you know. And now it's like what's weird is that people like Jimmy Kimmel thinks he can joke about Trump's wife being a widow, and then the crowd laugh.
I didn't hear
Like
that.
that's not
Yeah.
funny, man.
What do you have?
Regardless of who president is.
One moment.
I'd like to hear it.
Regardless of who the president is, and it's like when did this happen? When did
Yeah.
this change happen? Where like instead of saying, you know what, I don't like him, but you know what, we got 2.5 more years, and then I'm gonna make my vote count. No, instead they're like, oh, let's take him out, and then everybody agree with it.
The thing that he said was, and this is what
Jimmy Kimmel, yeah.
Jimmy Kimmel said, and what David's talking about. He said that the first lady, had a glow like an expectant widow. That's the joke. Like her glow that she was carrying was like an expectant widow.
Yeah.
And that's what he's over here saying 2 days before this happened.
And then when it
Oh,
happens,
before, not after.
Not after.
and then when it happens, when this is the third time already, nobody takes ownership for it. No, because they make this normal.
Yeah.
They make this rhetoric normal. Or if not make it normal, they'll say, "Oh, it was a setup. It was fake. It was this." So in other words, they're not going to own it no matter what.
Yeah.
No matter what.
And I think, like, I remember, like, okay, before YouTube, or when YouTube was, or what would we watch? The compilations of like people falling, like America's Funniest Home Videos, stuff like that, right? And people falling or going, they're sliding down a hill or whatever, and it's funny. People getting, somewhat hurt.
Yeah.
And that was comedy. But then I remember, and I would always tell my kids this too when they were growing up. Then there was the comedy that was going through that it was funny, but to me it was distasteful. What shows was it, Justin? You guys were watching your kids? Ridiculousness.
Oh yeah.
What else? Impractical Jokers. And sometimes I would sit there and watch it with them. I'm like, dude, that ain't cool.
Mm.
Like some of the stuff you guys are laughing at,
Yeah.
is like people getting hurt,
Yeah.
and I think back and I'm like, I think even just the generation is so desensitized, whether it's humor, whether it's whatever, and I think it's almost a callousness
Yeah.
that has come.
But here's okay, we can say that. Let's say that. But that doesn't fly for Jimmy Kimmel.
No.
When the lady got shot by ICE, he was bawling like it was his sister that died.
Yeah.
So you can't say he's callous if he's that emotional, because this guy's an emotional wreck. He's constantly crying on his show. So
On his comedy show?
yeah. So he was crying for that lady, which is tragic.
Yeah.
Any time anyone loses a life is tragic. But how can you cry for that and then be callous to say, oh, she's getting like a glowing widow? So you can't say it's callous. Or is it I don't know what
I think it's biased callousness.
Yeah.
It says, obviously, it was a joke about their age difference. Kimmel said tonight. Hold on. Let me see.
Oh, so this is his response after.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
of
this
course.
was written today. The assassination. Wait. Kimmel said tonight before adding sarcastically, and look of the joy we see on her face of their time together. It was not by any stretch of the definition to call assassination, and they know that, Kimmel continued. I've been very vocal for many years speaking out against gun violence. The president earlier today said Kimmel should be immediately fired by Disney and ABC. The first lady called on ABC to take a stand, saying the comedian, quote unquote, hides behind the network. Very, very true. I like that she said that. Kimmel said he was sorry the couple and anyone else had to experience the shooting. That's a lie, I guarantee you. Maybe for everybody else, he might feel that way. He's probably talking about the people in the audience, not the people that were up at the table, right? And then he quote unquote says this: "I am sorry you and the president and everyone in that room went through that," Kimmel said. But he added, "As Americans, we have the right to free speech." See what I'm saying? So when something is sad, when you are truly sorry for, like, hey man, you know what? I don't get along with you or anything like that, but I'm sorry for your loss. Or I'm sorry that you had to experience that, period.
Yeah.
That's it, bro. I got nothing else to say. But this fool, like she said, hides behind the network, goes ahead, says whatever he says, and then laughs. Ha, 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 because it's a joke. I was talking to somebody the other day, and we were talking about bullying traits, right?
Yeah.
And one of the bullying traits is, I was just kidding.
Oh, yeah.
Right? That's a big bully trait. You know what I mean? And he's trying to pull he doesn't say I'm just kidding, but he uses the network and the comedy of, it's just a joke. You're trying to be a bully to a bully. And one thing I've learned over many, many of my years is you can't bully a bully. You know what I'm saying? So the thing about it is, this dude is just a fool. And like you said, he deserves the look at the two little sissies. He deserves
Look at
that.
the 2 little sissies.
He does. Yeah, him and Candace Owens right there. That's the two little sissies. And him and Tucker Carlson.
Yeah.
So anyways, dude, but that dude is, I mean, it's like you said, bro, even when I was running with a neighborhood, right? Wanting to be a gangster as bad as I wanted to be, I never wished death upon nobody, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't care how much you didn't like me. The dude who ran into my house and did all that kind of stuff. Like, bro, I never wished death upon you. It's just crazy in my way of thinking of how this guy gets away with the things that he says on live TV. And it's just crazy.
Art Poetic said gunmen came after Reagan too. It has happened, but it's gotten normalized. Real quick, I want to say that I was old enough to remember Reagan being shot. I remember seeing it on the news. And America mourned. Democrats and Republicans. Why? Because they respected the office.
Yeah.
You might not like the president sitting in that office for those 4 years, but you respect the office of the president of the United States. So that's the difference. He also said they're sensitive about pronouns, desensitized to political violence. Jose Chicano says, playing devil's advocate, I really thought it was about their age range. I think it was in bad taste and bad timing. So that's what he said, that he believes that it kind of was. And lastly, he just said, I watch a lot of conservative media outlets and other people who are against the left. And I see some stuff they say that makes me tilt my head and say, nah, we're not going there. Yeah, I agree. I know people on the right that are conservative that I'm not cool with because it's too much. It's too much.
I'm not understanding.
In the same way that he was crying, Kimmel was crying for the ICE lady that got shot, but he's callous toward Trump. There's people on the right.
Oh, absolutely.
That are
1,000%.
very callous toward people on the left.
Yeah.
But boo hoo hoo for anything done to those on the right. I'm not with that either.
Yeah, no. I remember
We don't have that. If you are a Christian, you shouldn't have that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you remember,
We're gonna not like this or not like that, whatever, but
do you
to be
remember
cold-blooded,
the
no.
morning, David, after the shooting in, I think it was in a club in Orlando,
Yeah.
and we prayed for those
Yeah.
people.
It was a gay club.
It was a gay club.
Yeah. A lot of people died.
Neither one of us had any issues.
We're like, they killed a bunch of gays. Like, that's
Yeah.
not even.
No, we didn't do happy jokes. We didn't do no.
Dude, those people.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Yeah. Yeah. Because they're lost. They need Jesus. And when people are lost and lose their life, before they get a chance to hear the gospel or they reject it, that's not a good day, man.
No, not at all. In any way. And that's my point is just, like what you're saying there, that's true. There is a lot of people on the right that play that same card. It's just the opposite side.
Yeah.
And it's as diabolical too. So, but But yeah, no, this guy, man. Couple of things I just wanted to bring up is, what are your thoughts on JD Vance getting pulled out so quick compared to Trump? It taking Trump almost 30 seconds for him to be removed.
Who you asking?
You want to go?
Yeah, either one of you.
Well, let me say this: The Chosen said, "That's why I am biased toward liberals to a decent measure. Even as a believer of Christ, I won't shake the hand of certain people, including those who support things that violate my beliefs. I'm definitely not all-inclusive or believing in coexisting." Yeah, I mean, I think that not shaking the hand of somebody and wishing death upon them is that's a huge gulf between that. There's clearly, I'm going to lean toward the right, because anything that's going to lean toward family, anything's going to lean toward God, anything's going to lead toward, then that's where I'm going to be at, and that you're right. I'm not going to go hang around with people that completely believe in something that I am adamantly against.
Yeah.
So it's true, but I'm not going to wish death upon them.
And that's what, like, I have a hard time asking people, can I take a picture with you? I have a really hard time, like famous people or people I've come across.
Oh, I will not do that.
I don't do that either.
I will not do that.
I've done
That's why I don't have pictures of any of the rap artists that did concerts.
Yeah. I grew up in Southern California, and anybody who's been around Hollywood for a good amount of time, especially in the 90s and 80s, I mean, man, superstars. Burbank is right there, bro. So it's like superstars are walking around just like everybody else, right? And I guess just being around them, I just realized, like, you know what, dude? You're no different than me, bro. Your bank account is completely different than mine, obviously.
Yeah.
But I say, I don't think I've ever. I'd rather. I don't think I asked people for pictures, bro. Can't remember last time
I've
I
done
took
it a few
picture.
times.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it, bro. I'm just saying, like,
but I'm very selective, and when I say a few times, I could probably count on one hand.
yeah, I probably can count on one hand, bro.
How many times? Like when we were at the Grace Church.
Yeah.
Me and Deanna went to go take a picture with Pastor.
Rob McCoy?
Pastor McCoy.
Charlie Kirk's pastor.
I got a picture of Greg Laurie, man, and Greg Laurie was very, very instrumental in my life when I was a young kid, and then when I came into salvation and then into deliverance, he played a very big instrument. Never met the man, never anything. I had an opportunity to get a pick. Yeah. And so I got one, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to take that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Take that.
Yeah, dude. But not because I worship you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to go, like, if I saw Pacino or Leonardo DiCaprio, I'm not running to go take a picture. If I saw Too Short, and I'm not even going to lie, bro, I'll be 100 on this show. If I saw Todd Shaw himself, which I have, like, I didn't even get a pic with him. And that guy I'm a, whatever, we're not getting into it.
Like,
but it's just
I've been this close to Steph Curry.
Oh yeah,
and I couldn't do it. Like me asking,
you know what, I'm not. You know what, I'm lying, bro. Because if I was able to get a pic with Kobe, I would have. Yeah, I would have. I'm not gonna lie.
You're a Laker fan.
Well, just because of the Mamba mentality thing.
At the time or now, as a reflection back, or
probably even more now, bro, because of my way of thinking, my mentality.
But that's what I'm saying.
That book is a huge staple in my way of moving and thinking and this and that, whatever.
I think I would still take it with MJ. I would still, I'd be, if I seen him, I'd want to pick.
Hey, bro, what's up, bro? Can I get a pic real quick? I'd have to buckle.
But now
I know that's not where we're going. I'm sorry.
I've taken pictures with people.
Yeah.
Like, we're all taking pictures, but it is really hard for me to go do that. Oh. And like, can I take a picture with you?
And then when you take it, you do this and you point at him. Have you seen those?
Yes.
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay, Chosen. Thank you so much for that super cat. Bam! Look at this. That's for you, man. Thank you so much for that.
If you didn't know, that was real.
Now you know.
We recorded that live.
That's a real cat.
Yep.
That was my car.
So
JD Vance.
Yeah, JD.
You know who needs salvation though, for real?
A lot of people.
Oh man, wait, where's it at?
Mondami, he needs
Ilhan.
salvation. Ted Cruz.
No, this guy. This cat is always texting and sweaty and just mad. He's mad and angry, man.
That was recorded live too.
He's mad at the world. So pray for the salvation of
You
that.
know what's really scary and evil, bro, is that cats can really do that in real life, bro. They do that to your phone while you guys are sleeping.
Is that why my data's all used up?
Yeah, bro. They do evil stuff, bro. Rebuke those cats, man. I'm telling you, your life will change. I promise.
Okay.
JD.
But no, back to JD.
I have
Man.
the longer answer, so who wants to give a short?
Mine is very simple. Like me and you were talking off air before we got on here. I just don't know what goes on in that room. I understand that he is the president of the United States and he is the mero, the chief. You know what I mean? I get it, but dude, one of my thing was what I had told you off air was.
Well, we didn't share. We were we were
Right.
about to.
Well, was that he said himself, Donald Trump, President Trump said that he wanted to go back and finish out the dinner.
Oh yeah.
And so with that type of attitude, I would not be surprised if he were to say, you know what, take him out first. Take care of them, whatever people he picked, and then me. Like he wouldn't be number one. It wouldn't. I don't know if that's what it is. I wouldn't put it past him if he did say that. That was my only thing. Beside that, I got nothing else of why they would have picked JD to go out. Because 30 seconds is a long time. I didn't realize it was that long. I knew it was a little bit. I didn't realize it was 30 seconds. That's a long time. Fall in the air, you'll realize how long 30 seconds is, bro. That's real. So
Go on a roller coaster falling for 30 seconds.
I know, I'm being serious.
Yeah.
Fall in the sky. You'll realize how long 30 seconds is. So, yeah, I don't know. That's all I got.
What do you think?
Okay, my reason is a little more practical. And unfortunately, mine doesn't require tinfoil hats like was it our poetic said or nothing like that. I think it's more practical only because I've had conversations with people in security and things like that. Is that every person up there, whether it's JD Vance, whether it's Rubio, whether it's Trump, they have Secret Service agents assigned to them. Okay. That is their job.
Yeah.
It's not like you have a bunch of 20 Secret Service and they don't practice nothing. And they're like, hey, if something jumps off, so you're going to have 20 people surround Trump? What about these other people? So each person is assigned a detail. Their job is these people, your job is to protect Vance. Your job is to protect Trump. Your job is to protect Rubio. That's your job. Now, here's where it's embarrassing is Trump's detail should have been the ones on point. They should be the best of the best of the best. So the reason J.D. Vance was taken out was because his detail was on point. Yeah. They're not worried about Trump. They're not worried about this. Not because they don't worry about the president, because they trust their coworkers to do their job. So for me, it's just practical. There's no conspiracy about it or anything. It just meant that J.D. Vance's detail was on point. Even on the show, what's it called? But the Kevin Spacey.
House of Cards?
House of Cards. You watched it?
Season 1.
Okay, so he has Officer
3.
Meacham,
Yep.
the Secret Service agent assigned to him. So Meacham's job isn't to protect 200 people in a banquet. He can't. Yeah. His job is to protect Francis Underwood. That's it. So for me, it was just that. There's no conspiracy about it. There's nothing else about it. Is that Trump's team should be embarrassed. Because if the vice president's team were quicker than them, that's all it was. And there's no conspiracy about it.
According to AI Overview, it says, according to reports following the April 25th, 2026 shooting incident at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, J.D. Vance was evacuated before Donald Trump, primarily because Trump resisted immediate evacuation, telling Secret Service agents to wait a minute to see what was happening. Agents followed distinct protocols for different protectees. Trump told CBS in a conversation reported on 60 Minutes, which was the next day on the 26th, that he did not make it easy for the agents to move him, causing a delay for about 20 seconds.
He's a tall, big guy.
Yeah, he's
So
what,
Trump-
6'3"?
Yeah. Trump isn't some little guy that they could just carry him off.
Vance and Trump have separate Secret Service details.
See?
Agents moved independently to secure the assigned protectee, leading to the vice president being moved first. Excuse me. The panic was caused by Cole Thomas Allen, who allegedly fired. We all know that. So, I mean, that's what Trump is saying. I honestly didn't see that, so I don't know. But that's what he's saying, is that he was like, no, wait a minute, let's find out what's going on.
Well, another thing I heard is his wife was still under the table. And Trump was like, I'm not leaving without my wife.
Yes, I heard him. Well, he said that, I believe.
Yeah.
In the,
Which
in the
sounds like Trump. That's his MO. That's his
in the
character.
conference room right after when they got back to the White House.
Because like I thought of that, what you were saying earlier, the first part of like,
Yeah, go let them first.
yeah.
Mhm.
And that makes sense to me if it was just Trump at the table. Because I thought about that. Because that would be his persona as well. Like, dude, if it's my time, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, I think he's in that stage of I'm not living in fear. I'm not running from anything, whatever, you know, protect the cabinet so that government continues to move forward.
Yeah.
But then I remembered, but his wife's there, so that can't be.
Yeah.
That wouldn't make sense to me for her husband to say that.
Yeah.
The other part that I thought of was like that, what you were saying, because it's all independent detail, you know? And then that's where I just kind of came to that conclusion of, did somebody from J.D. Vance's camp hear something? Were they closer? Because at the same time, if you're in a banquet, you ever been somewhere where there's a lot of people, and especially today, you're at a restaurant and something hits the ground, metal,
Yeah.
you know, you can't tell me that it doesn't cross your mind for a half a second, what kind of metal was that? I do.
I don't know.
It doesn't cross your mind?
I don't know.
Or maybe you haven't heard something that sounded enough close to it.
No, I've heard quite a bit of some bullets.
No. I'm saying in a restaurant.
Yeah, I don't know.
What do you mean? What kind of metal is it?
Like if they drop a tray, like
Uh-huh.
like it doesn't cross your mind like what was it? A clack clack.
No,
I'm
I'm just like,
yeah.
yo, we're...
Nobody drops trays around me.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
No, I've been at restaurants where it's like,
I mean, Burger King, they're
Okay.
plastic. So
Burger
Well,
King chicken sandwich sounds good.
well, I'll tell you, it has crossed my mind.
There you
Why?
go.
Because of today, because of how people are, because of things where there's a lot of people, that does cross my mind. At the same time, you can't live paranoid.
Nah.
And
That's
I
what
don't
he
think
was saying.
lives- Yeah,
Yeah.
I
What
don't
did
think
you-
he lives that way.
I think the average, you got another thing too, right? It's so easy to go back and say the what if, but you ain't there. You're not the one there.
So
know?
in the room,
Yeah.
when they got over to the press room, one of the reporters, one of the questions, he said, you know, with all due respect, President Trump, why does this keep happening to you? Trump's answer was, because I'm doing good. They don't care about the ones that are not doing good. They want to kill the ones who are doing good.
Yeah.
And then they were like, are you going to change up of was it venues or events or something like that you're going to go to? He says, no, that's how they win.
Yeah, I heard him say that.
He said, no, he's all, you know what? We can't stop living our life
Yeah.
and let these degenerates, I think that was the word that he used. Let these
Sounds like him.
Yeah, let these degenerates think that they can just go ahead and do this kind of stuff and then we're going to stop living. No, we can't stop living our life.
Yeah.
And I was like, there you go right there. I mean,
And that's his mindset.
I mean, is this okay? So let me. I thought about this that day when I heard him say that. I was like, "That's right, Trump." Then I immediately said this: is that a man? Is that like? I don't want to say it like that. Like, oh, is that a man's man? No. I guess what my question is do you think he thinks? You know what, man? I'm 80 years old.
Yeah.
Because you know, people at 80, 85,
they drive long cars that are old and drive slow.
and they just.
don't care.
Yeah, they don't care, dude. Like, hey, man, I'm on my way out.
Yeah.
You know?
I think he's at a point where you take me out, it'll make
It makes his point even more.
It'll make the point even more at this point. You will make him a martyr at this point. And movements begin by martyrs.
Mhm.
You know, this Austin
good.
Sims, shout out, Bread of Life. He says there's a difference between paranoid and aware of your surroundings. That is true.
Absolutely.
I don't live paranoid, but I'm aware of my surroundings. I'm not paranoid. So I don't, I have had a lot of enemies, people that wanted to take me out and all this and that. Paranoid is saying, I'm going to move to Alaska.
Yeah.
Aware is saying, I'm not going to a gas station AM PM on the west side on a Saturday night at 2 a.m. That's not paranoid. That's just aware of my surroundings,
Genius, in my opinion.
Yeah, so there is a difference. He's right. There's a difference.
But I don't see Trump being at this stage a paranoid guy.
No,
I don't.
I don't. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think 80 years old has a lot to do with it too.
Because I know some people were trying to make it like this conspiracy thing. I didn't see it that way.
Yeah.
But it did when I noticed the difference in time, because that is a terrible difference of 20 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
That is a huge amount of time with a shooter.
Yeah.
And it's the president. And it just was like, man, that's a long time. That's odd.
Yeah.
And I think you're right. I think JD Vance's assignment got an A+.
I would be embarrassed if I was Trump's detail.
Yeah. And you could say, well, he's just got here. No, dude, he was uncovered. You still throw yourself over him and let's get your wife out. But he's completely uncovered.
Yeah.
For most of that time.
He was saying in the press that he was very satisfied on the way they moved on for him, though. He wasn't knocking them.
No, he wasn't. He was
saying they did a great job. He said the security all the way in the front for as long as he was like, oh,
but he even said that at Butler.
No. As a matter of fact, Butler came up in that room and he was like, there's some holes there that we fixed and this and that.
But initially,
I didn't see no holes in today's.
I don't remember him initially being negative at the beginning. He praised the team for getting him out quick.
Jose Chicano says they should hire highly trained combat veterans for detail.
Absolutely.
The ones who actually react according to these situations.
Yeah.
That's true. And I'm hoping they do. I always assume that whoever's watching the president is the best of the best.
Any president.
Probably had a couple of tours under his belt. Understands what it's like to get shot at.
Absolutely.
I would assume that.
Retired SEALs. There's a man I know that is he's doesn't walk around with full security like that kind of way, but he has a couple guys with him because of Google.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he says. He says, I'm worth a lot, and because of Google, people can look me up and this and that and whatever. And he has retired SEALs.
Yeah.
But
so they've done their thing, dude. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like
I was thinking, like, as far as somebody to be able to go in on his detail to run it is Gerard Butler.
Mm-hmm.
Because he has saved the White House from going down several times.
Oh yeah, I mean, bro, they made a movie about it.
They made a documentary about how he saved the White House from going down. So I was just, I don't know, man. I'm just gonna put it out there again. Somebody send that clip to Trump. Let him know. Hire Gerard Butler. He has saved the White House several times before, and London.
Where are we going next?
Did y'all see Erica Kirk? She was there.
I just saw one clip of her.
Yeah.
She was crying, which
very emotional.
Yeah, it's probably freaked her out. I mean, probably brought up a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah. And I'd seen this bunch of memes and people making fun of her, and it's like, dude, she lost her husband due to an assassination bullet.
Yeah, people are idiots.
Evil.
They're wicked. They're evil. And then it reminds me of people that watch football and yell at the players while they're on their couch eating chips. There are people in this world that have never had a gun pulled on them, have never been at a place where there's an active shooter, have never been at a place where their life is threatened, have never been at a place, but they got all kinds of stuff to say.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, it's just people are going to be people, and just people are going to be dumb. That's just the way it is. And it's people are cold.
The second part, I fully agree with you about.
What's that?
About, never had the gun pulled on them, never been, at an event where people start popping off and they don't understand that. I totally agree with that.
People have never heard the zzz, and it shows.
Hate that, man. Anyways, but yelling at the TV though.
Yeah.
When you're a Raider fan, bro, where my Raider fans at, bro? That's all we do, bro, is yell at the TV, man. Shoot. So
get
if it
pretty
was, they didn't
lates,
move to
man.
Vegas, they were about
Oh,
to
man.
get
And they
thrown out.
laying on it.
Anyways,
You
bro,
put
but
shea
no, man,
butter
you're
on.
right. A lot of people, my example is with that, exactly what you said, is watching a boxing match and telling him what to do. Like, bro, catch a hot one like that, bro, and then move that quick.
What's the famous saying by Tyson?
Everyone has a plan until they get hit in the face.
Yeah, right.
It's a perfect
That's
saying,
a great
bro.
statement, dude.
I
That
didn't
is
get
awesome.
that one.
But I like David said something also too, right? You never been hit in the. I'm messing with this guy. How do you say it? Something about like you never been hit in the mouth and it shows, or something like that. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy, bro. You really can tell.
Now, afterwards, Trump and many, many others after that dinner talked about how unifying the dinner was in the environment. What did you guys hear about all that?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I don't know.
No?
I didn't hear nothing.
Even on both sides.
Unifying in what? I don't even know who was there.
Like
that
they
day.
were all getting along.
I know in
The
the press
media,
room. I know in
yeah.
the
Was it all media?
yeah. That's what the dinner was for.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It was all for media. So even
including
the ones,
including fake news?
it's including. That's what I was just about saying. Even the ones they can't stand, but just to show the appreciation. Oh, you got one right there, Sunset.
Okay.
Just to show the appreciation.
Yeah.
He said, I'd be yelling at ChatGPT and arguing with it.
All right, man. Sunset Free. Bam. The pirate cat. But look, he gets saved.
Oh.
So really, in actuality, look at that. That's a sword. The double-edged sword. Hey, get it. All right.
And again, that was recorded live.
That's a real pirate. He's right now in the Mediterranean. He's actually trying to go
That's
through
a-
the Strait of
hey,
Hormuz.
He's
Hey.
in the Strait of Hormuz right now.
Hey, bro, that's Jack Meow. Not Jack Sparrow, but Jack Meow. What was it that you just asked right now?
I don't remember. Oh, the dinner, the environment. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Everybody was praising
You
how
can,
much they're getting along.
So I don't know how many press conferences you watch with Caroline. Okay, I don't know how many of those you watch.
Yeah.
I catch them when they come on. I
Yeah,
don't,
me too.
I don't look for them.
Yeah, well, I know they're on every Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday, and every once in a while.
I didn't even know
really?
there was a
But-
schedule.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
know that
it's
either.
every Monday, every Tuesday.
Okay.
Okay, so I watch a lot of them, and you can really. So I don't know anything of what you're asking, but I did notice in that room from watching so many, everybody was asking what's going on. And then you had one fool who was like, what's going on with Hermaz and the this and that? And then Trump was like, we'll talk about that another time. Right now, well, this is what we're talking about and this and that. And then obviously you were getting your questions about, do you think this has anything to do with Iran?
Yeah.
And so on and so on. And then he was like, we don't know. We just want to come here before the media gets out. Basically, this is what he was saying. We want to get here tonight before you start creating your own stories. And sure enough, they did, though.
Yeah.
And so it is what it's going to be. But that's all I've seen of what you asked.
No, I just heard a lot of feedback from Trump himself in that press conference. If you remember when he was saying, he said before all of that happened, he said there was people that were polar opposites of each other, and we were all talking and getting along. And he said it was the first time,
Yeah, I hadn't heard nothing
or in a
about that.
long time that has happened. And so, no, I was just curious, just because. Sometimes the media will portray, and they're the two-facedness of it,
Mhm.
and it was just interesting but because of that, I heard that a lot from a lot of media outlets. It wasn't just one or two. I'd heard that from several that they were talking about.
I
that.
think that have you ever been to court and you think your attorney, it's a criminal court, right? And you think your attorney is just like complete enemies with the prosecutor, and then you go to the cafeteria during the recess and they're eating together.
Yeah.
But in court they will fight. They fight like they're fighting, but then So sometimes I wonder about media and all this, like how much of this is your job, and how much of this is like how you really feel.
Yeah.
Like Don Lemon, I think that's who he really is. That was not a
Yeah.
CNN.
Yeah, because he's not making any money.
No,
So that's got to be how he feels.
Yeah, he's just a big old jerk. You know what I mean? Like he's just, yeah.
Don Lemon.
He this is how I feel about. Wait, where was that? This is how I feel about him. And Don Big old. And I just can't take the fact that that's Don Lemon.
Wow.
Oh my God, you kiss your mom with that mouth?
Guys, we're joking, right? I'm not really saying that. I'm not a cussing pastor, but it's just funny.
I don't know. It just he just wasn't cussing in English. It was in
Yeah.
multiple languages.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the unity.
Yeah, me either.
Well, I know Tucker Carlson seems to know a little bit about unity and bringing people together.
Tucker Carlson is.
Look at them little sissies. Look at the two little sissies.
Yeah, for real. This is Tucker Carlson right here.
Look at the two little sissies.
That's him, man. That's Tucker Carlson.
I'm about finished waiting for my
What do
money,
you
punk.
think of Tucker?
So
Of Tucky?
I sent a video to these guys that was saying about Trump was making fun of the Muslim religion. And he was so Tucker Carlson angry. And he was saying about how nobody should be making fun of anybody's religion.
Who was saying that? Who was saying that?
Tucker Carlson.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I thought you meant somebody else that you sent
No,
it to.
Tucker was saying that. And so the thing about it is, what's the guy's name that I saw it on? His name is I'll find out the name while you guys are talking. But he was saying, Tucker is over here advocating for the Islam nation, for the nation of Islam,
As a Christian, which is weird.
for peace and calmness, and that when you talk about them, this is what it is. And then the guy whose podcast was covering it, right? He wasn't on the podcast with him, but
Is that the one you sent to us?
yes.
Okay, yeah.
He was saying about how the last 3 months that Tucker Carlson has been saying this about Christians. I hate Christian Zionists. I can't stand this about the Christian faith, and this about this, and this and about this. And he's going on.
Yeah.
But he's getting mad that Trump was making fun of the Nation of Islam. And I was just like, Tucker's the one who was told the lie, right? To find out whether or not who was the one being a leak, right? And this is after all of that went on, and it was just like, oh man, see, you got caught, your money got chopped, and there's rumors going around that BB's after you next, and you and Candace and Megan are next, and this and that, whatever. But what are you guys' thoughts about just Tucker advocating for the Nation of Islam? That when we speak of them, we should speak of them in
high regard.
In high regard.
I think he's spineless. I don't care if he has an issue with Trump or not. That doesn't.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. Trump can fight his own battles.
Mm-hmm.
But when you start standing up and saying things like you're saying, as if we have to pay homage to Islam, you lost me right there. I'm not gonna go disrespecting people, but many times, the world hates Jesus, does not want anything to do with Jesus. If I go and start to preach the gospel in any of those countries, it's not going to be tolerated. So why do I got to say something nice for? I'm not going to speak nice about false teachings, false religion, and false gods. I'm going to actually disrespect them because they don't respect the Lord. You don't disrespect. If you don't respect the Lord, then why? I finally started watching season 2 of House of David.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
And before I did that, me and Sharon were like, well, let's watch the last episode of season 1 just to
Recap.
Yeah. And the anger he feels when that filthy giant starts defying the Lord of Hosts. And at that point, it's like, oh, you want to disrespect?
Mm-hmm.
I'll disrespect back. But see, if Tucker was there at the fight with David and Goliath, And think about that. If Tucker was there and David said, "Who is this uncircumcised Philistine who defies the armies of the Lord?" Tucker would be like, "Hoo!" You know what I mean? And he'd be like, and he would just say his stupid stuff.
You're racially profiling by
Yeah.
circumcision
And
against this Philistine.
yeah. In a time like that, and another, and this is probably off subject, right? But because we live at a time of peace and things are different now, man, when you watch that battle, that has been the world since the beginning. The strong win, the weak cower, the weak get overtaken. The strong, you know what I mean? Even in the Bible it says that the strong take it by force. So when you see men like that, and of course, Tucker has always taken an anti-war thing. Who wants war? Nobody wants war. But not to the point where you have like the movie 300. He says, "Hey, we'll have peace. Just bow to me." And Tucker would gladly bow. And you have to reach a point where you say, "I will not bow. I will not bow to your God. I will not bow to your statue. And if you kill me, and if God allows it, so be it. But I'm not going to bow to Islam. I'm not going to bow to your ideology. I'm not going to bow to LGBTQ. I'm not going to bow to none of this stuff." It doesn't mean to disrespect them, but at the same time, I have no reason to respect something that disrespects God.
Yeah.
I said a whole lot. Go ahead.
The podcast is Josh Howerton.
Okay.
If you guys don't follow Josh Howerton,
I've seen him before.
Yeah, he does excellent work. He goes on saying there, what did you just say? Make sure you're doing what you're preaching is basically what he's saying about him. You know what I mean? And it's just you were using the examples LGBTQ, BLM, all these different ones. You definitely will bow down to who's paying your paycheck.
Yeah.
Who's writing your paycheck. You know what I mean? Unless the integrity stands taller than your paycheck, you will bow down to the one who writes your paycheck. That's all I got to say. What you got, Angel?
No, just I don't follow. I've never followed Tucker.
I was liking that guy too.
I liked him.
I would listen to him, but I'm saying like there's some podcasters I follow. When I'm consistent viewers. Even out of the three you named, I was more of a Megyn Kelly than Candace or
Okay.
For me, Candace was several years ago, like first Trump election.
Oh, when she was
during the
throwing
whole
news.
BLM stuff.
Yeah, and that whole I'd say it's for me. I haven't really listened to Candace in the last maybe 4 years.
Oh yeah.
And she just kind of went. Tucker, to me, I can't say I listened a lot. There's some stuff. It felt like to me, as he was coming into the new Christianity, the conversation for him on a personal level. Like as he was growing into that, and he was starting to talk a lot about
the
Christian
Lord.
persecution.
Yeah.
And how
weird.
and how Christians are being persecuted. And then to me, when he started having demonic impact of those videos that came out, that he started saying that these demonic entities started, where he woke up scratched and bleeding, and his wife was noticing, when he went on a Christian podcast and was asking questions like, I don't know what this is. This is, I'm reading my Bible. I'm trying to serve God and all this stuff. I'm not trying to over super spiritualize it, but I did notice from that point, shortly after, that's when I started hearing some weird things.
Yeah.
And I think, I know our poet, he's a media figure. I agree with that. I think all of those things, but on a personal level, sometimes when you're, like you were saying, sometimes you're confronted with an enemy, and in private, it's overpowering.
What do you mean?
Meaning some people will give into fear because they just got tired of fighting it, and they feel like they can't win.
Yeah.
And to me, it just seems like Tucker was fighting this, and something happened where his fight wasn't as great anymore. And he just kind of swayed a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know where he's at.
I really do think he started getting paid from them Abu Dhabi dudes, bro. And then from Dubai, and he started getting paid by Iran, and he started selling that soul.
That's what's a trip real quick about Abu Dhabi. Did you guys know that Saudi Arabians can't stand the Flintstones? But the Abu Dhabi do.
Look, I'm lost. Got it. It took me a second.
Oh God! Just out of nowhere.
You got pretty legs.
I'm like
man.
the Flintstones.
Oh man, and they lanolated. You put
Hey, there we
shave
go. Dang. Dang.
Hey, he even fell out. Look,
Hey,
he was laughing and fell out.
Crazy work, man.
But I do think that I remember.
That's what I think would
Yeah.
happen.
But it was at the same time that I do remember him being open and talking about those demonic things at the beginning.
Yeah, it was
I don't
weird.
know if there's a connection or not,
Yeah.
but I did notice after that there was a turn that he started turning away from Christianity. And I don't know.
What do you think of that verse? Now that you're saying that, we don't fight against flesh and blood, but against principalities in the air. Where do you think internet and media and radio and television, it's in the air? You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that that's what that verse is talking about, but to me,
Yeah.
it's fitting. We don't
Yeah.
fight against flesh and blood, but against principalities in the air. You know? So I think that Tucker knows what he's doing. And if he's doing it just to be a media person, like our poetic is saying, then he's playing a dangerous game with his soul.
Mhm.
Very dangerous game just for a paycheck. What good is it to win
Yeah.
the whole earth and to win the world and lose your soul?
He wouldn't be the first.
No.
He wouldn't be the first, and he's definitely not going to be the last.
Yeah.
You know, but at the same time, with that, you ever like when you start I'm not trying to put conspiracy theory on everything, but you start going into the backdrop of some of the stuff that we have now.
Yeah.
Just some weird things. And you know, let's say the Mormon church and Joseph, oh my gosh, Joseph Smith, the angel appearing and weird stuff. Dude, I think the principalities and the powers of the air they're not peaceful to agree with one another, but they are very intelligent. They are intelligent evil. And I could absolutely see them
Mm-hmm.
communicating however they would communicate to get their way. And
Who?
let's say with media figures,
Oh.
government officials, governments themselves, you know, and like when people go, well, aliens. No, I think there's alien entities. It's called the demonic realm. And so when they've seen stuff like that, yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I think they've communicated with it. But, and I mean, I know that's kind of a different path, but I think that's always there. And I don't know who that, right now in every culture, every society, in every civilization, there's always going to be that.
Yeah.
And I think things are weird, especially with Tucker. I think he's weird. And I think he took a turn that was very different when he was hitting hard line, reading my Bible, Christianity. He went on a couple of public statements where he said Christianity is in attack and they are coming to persecute Christians. That's what this is all about. He said that multiple times.
Yeah.
And I don't know what, and now,
I don't know what happened.
yeah, it's weird. It's just weird.
He stated that support for Israel has seized many non-Jewish political figures and described Christian Zionists as people he dislikes more than anybody. And this is a man who is over here talking about, how dare you be talking about this religion of people?
How come people, okay, Islam, let's say it's a religion of peace. How come you don't see people that follow that talk down on terrorists?
Yeah, we were talking about this a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
Mhm.
Or do they? Do they? And I don't hear it. I mean, it's
If
The
it-
ones who are active or the ones who...
if a Christian group went and shot up a school, and then they tell the average Christian, "Hey, you know, what do you feel about that?" I think we would completely
condemn. Yeah.
condemn it as Christians. We're like, first of all, that is not Christianity because the Bible says, "Thou shalt not murder." That is not Christian. They were hijacking the Christian name or this and that. We wouldn't stay quiet.
We do the same thing with the Crusades.
Yeah. So just a thought.
We do that now. When it's like, well, Christianity, that wasn't Christianity.
Would Jim Jones be an
Yeah.
example of that?
Yes. I just watched that one thing on Netflix, the one I told you to watch.
Yeah.
You said you saw, did you say part of it or?
Are you talking about the Mormon thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you finish it?
No, I watched the last 2 episodes.
Yeah. Okay, so you saw the ending.
Yeah, I saw the ending. Yeah.
What's wrong with these people?
Yeah. Manipulation is very.
What's it called? Something prophet.
The
honest.
Mormon's Housewives.
Believe me or something.
Housewives?
No.
No, that's a different one. That's
I'm just
Hulu.
kidding.
That's really a show.
I know. I've seen the.
What
I've
is
seen
that show called? It's bugging me now.
No, the manipulation.
Housewives of Atlanta.
It's the manipulation. It's basically like the topic that you said. Are they good? Are they good motivational speakers or are they pastors?
I know, huh?
It's basically the same thing, except they use it for that.
For their
Trust Me, the False Prophet. That's what it's called on
Yeah.
Netflix.
So it's just like they use it. So people like certain like Pinky,
Yeah.
he uses it for money, right? This dude uses it for power,
Yeah.
for manipulation over the mind. Yeah, them people over those Mormons in Utah, bro, they're different.
Yeah.
They are, bro.
Yeah.
They're different.
what we were talking about, just power in communication. What do you think about the Pope and Trump?
I don't know. Here's the thing, right? Is what I didn't want to do is, how the left always gets a little tiny excerpt from something Trump will say and then they'll spin it.
Mm-hmm.
When they were saying that about the Pope, I wanted to make sure they weren't spinning it.
Yeah.
Because they both sides do it.
I haven't gotten full quotes. I just
Yeah.
heard that there was this
Yeah.
thing. So I don't even know what it is.
Well, I don't know, man. I think that the Pope, obviously, I don't agree with Catholicism. I don't agree with it. I don't have an issue with Catholics. I do have an issue with their theology. I have an issue with their leaders. I have an issue if you're going to tell me that the Pope is the vicar of Christ. That I have an issue with that. I have a problem with that. But if the Pope was really condemning war, was that an attack on Trump? Because I think the Pope should condemn war. You're a Pope. You're a religious leader, so you shouldn't want war. So what I'm saying is, did the right spin that, say, oh, he's against you, Trump? That's my question. Or did you just get something and say, oh, he's attacking Trump? Because in all actuality, would you want a Pope that wants war? No. Just in the same way you don't want a president that wants war. You don't want, but at the same time, as a president that's way different than a Pope, you got to do what you got to do for the safety of United States, So I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel. I mean, I don't know nothing else about him. I don't know. I don't know nothing about the Pope. He's not even
What
on my
was the
radar.
statements
He's not
that-
on my radar of importance.
Yeah. What was the statements that were made?
Hold on.
I know they might be an excerpt, but
Yeah.
But what is the controversy? Because I've heard it back and forth multiple times.
Even on PBD, they played the clip, and Trump's like, PBD was like, well, I think that's the wrong clip. It didn't say nothing about Trump. And he goes, oh, you didn't hear it? Play it again. And then he played it again. He goes, I didn't hear him say nothing about Trump.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, he said he wants peace, and he's like, shouldn't the Pope want peace? You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what you're gonna get from
That's what
that,
they're gonna
and
use.
say that. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
that's
Yeah, because I didn't catch any of the. I've just heard.
Yeah.
I've heard it or I've read it, like seen it.
yeah.
Pope speaking against Trump again or whatever. But I never caught what was said.
Says on Iran war called Trump's threats to wipe out Iran's civilization truly unacceptable, stating God doesn't bless those who drop bombs. On leadership, he warned that the world is being ravaged by a handful of tyrants, which was widely seen as a rebuke of Trump. Again, it says widely seen as.
So it's their assumption.
Yeah.
It's their lens.
But
But he made it very clear when he got in there, when he got voted in, right? Because this one went.
It was the passing of Pope Francis.
Right, but what I'm saying is usually the passing is like a day, 2 days, 3 at most. And I want to say this one took like a week or
don't
2
remember.
weeks or something. But anyways, he has said when he got in there that he is not a Trump supporter. He is he's not a Trumper. He goes against Trump and this and that, whatever. That's all I know of the dude. I don't pay attention to him. Like you said, I have no problems with Catholics. My family is Catholic. I got no problem. That's your prerogative, your choice. I do have a problem, like you said, with their theology and the way they think and a lot of their religious behaviors. But for me to be angry at a person, I don't pay attention to
same
this
thing.
Pope.
I have a lot of issues with theology. I have a lot of issues with Christian theology. So I mean, so it's not like it's I'm not picking on one side. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But yeah, I agree with what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, because I didn't know exactly what was said, but I hear people kind of in their rumblings.
In
trying to make it.
2016, Pope Francis, a president, the one before Leo, famously stated that a person who thinks about building walls and not bridges is not Christian, to which Trump replied that a religious leader should not question another's faith. So, and that was Francis, not Leo.
yeah,
But again, like I said, I know Leo has said about how he doesn't agree with Trump. He doesn't, he's not a Trumper, bro. He doesn't want.
and there's no issue with that. I don't have an issue with anyone that doesn't agree with Trump. I have an issue if you don't agree with Christ. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna base my stuff on like, oh, you don't like Trump. Now, if you wish death upon him, that's different, dude.
Yeah.
That's your heart. That is something wicked in you. But you're never gonna be like, can you imagine if you had to choose new friends every time a new president came around? You're gonna base your life on somebody that will never walk in your house, will never put gas in your car, and you're gonna base your whole friendship on who if they voted the same way you voted. That's ridiculous to me. You know, but when it goes above and beyond and you start wishing death and you want this, now that's something different. That is wickedness.
So you're talking about the past 11 years?
So I look at it like when people walk into my house, I make it no bones that I'm a Trumper. I make it none, man. I'm whatever you think. So I collect refrigerator magnets, and people know that. So when they travel, every once in a while, I get some refrigerator magnets.
I brought you some.
Yes, I know that. Thank you. Some young lady who went to high school with one of my sons, her and her family traveled. They went to Washington.
You're right, El Monte.
They went to Washington and then they came back. She brought me a magnet that has Trump in a pink prison suit,
Yeah.
right? And it has his number right here. And it says, "This felon is my president." And it's just like I have that on my refrigerator
Yeah.
right in the front. Mickey grabbed it and put it on the side. I said, "Yo, who moved this?" She was like, "I did." So what about people who come over that don't agree? I said, when you walk in this house, they know what I stand for. And this is my house. And man, dude, hey, if you're offended, peace.
Yeah.
So it's just like, and whether I agree or I don't agree, bro, is what's going to
El
be.
Monte Snapper says, and remember, David, Trump said he's not a Christian and said he believes he won't go to heaven. That's true. And Jose Chicano says, our theology should be solely based on the scriptures alone. Amen. The Bible is very simple, and the Holy Spirit will guide you into all truth. Don't become a product of someone else's teaching. So, again, the hill I will die on is Christ, and that's it. I'm not going to die over politics. I'm not going to do... No, it is Jesus. He is the king. He's the one that reigns. There's none next to him. There's none beside him. He's on the top and nobody's on the second. It is Christ up here and it is us. You know, and if we're going to serve God truly the way he says, you're in heavenly places in Christ Jesus. He says a soldier doesn't interfere with the things of the world. He's worried about being a soldier. You know what I mean? So we got to follow Jesus. Now, yeah, we're talking about stuff, and we're gonna. I think the responsible thing as Americans is to vote, how you got to vote, and this and that. But other than that, and discussing and talking about it, it's Jesus and Jesus alone. That's the hill I will die on. You know, if it means taking my head off or defying Jesus, and take my head off, it's gonna be Jesus. I will yell Jesus as that axe is coming down. But I'm not gonna yell Trump. I'm not gonna yell Republican. I'm not gonna yell none of that stuff. It's gonna be Jesus.
Absolutely.
So that's what it comes down to, you know? And It is what it is, man.
Yeah, we all got our opinions here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it is what it's going to be, whether I agree with it. I don't agree with everything that the right does.
No.
That's why I can't say I'm next to the wall with it. But the thing about it is like, yeah, man, I'm not gonna put my life on the line for Trump, man. As much as I love what he's doing for the country, I can't say that 10 years ago I was paying attention like this. You know what I mean? But today I am. That's why I'm very passionate about it. And it's just like, you know what? I remember there was a couple people who have been in this chat since we started that said that they never paid attention to politics, but this one around, they made sure to go out and vote because of things that we had said. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like it is what it is. But Jesus, I'm not wavering with that.
No.
You know what I mean? And then when it comes to the word, at this moment right now, I'm teaching the parable of the sower. And I just got done with the stony people. Right? I call them stony people. And it's just like, those are the people who immediately receive it with joy, is what he said. And it's just like, but then you lose it because you got scorched. And so it's just like, all I'm saying is it's like you said, David, everything is the word of God. It all comes back to the word. Focus everything of your life on that word, and man, dude, you'll get in. Dude, especially if you pay attention to the words in red. You know what I mean? So if you don't have a book with the words in red, bro, good luck, homie.
Real quick before Angel says that, I want one more super chat because I want to show you the animated cowboy cat. And if you do that, I'm going to give you 2 super cats.
Oh, snap.
Go ahead, Angel.
Hello.
I just wanted to touch on one last subject that I came across earlier today and just wanted to get your thoughts. I guess, I don't know if it's every vehicle or what, but for the 2027 new vehicles that are coming in.
Yeah.
And it was supported by MAD, Mothers Against Drunk Driving, that these new vehicles that are coming out have a personal surveillance system connected to it. So because it was pushed by MAD, it has to mean that there's some type of sensory of the mental capability of the person driving, whether they're intoxicated or not. I don't know exactly what that means or what that is, but if that's going to be in every car, would you buy a new car that was going to be tracking you 24 hours a day?
That's weird. I'd like to know more details about what it is because I can't be right.
I mean,
Jose Chicano, thank you. Here it is. Cowboy cat. All right.
That's White Earth.
And
Brothers and sisters,
Evangelist
today is the day since array of salvation. Brothers and sisters, today is the day.
One.
Bang!
Right, proselyte over you.
Holy Ghost fire. All right.
Oh, man.
See all their fleas? Just leave. Come out. Got him.
The fleas leave. It's the bee sneeze, bee.
Thank you, Endless Capabilities. Thank you, Jose Chicano.
It's the bee sneeze, bee.
The Holy Spirit drove out all them fleas.
Remember, this guy has to get saved. This guy just angry.
You got another one, bro, for a dime.
Angry, our poetic. That's the J Cat. He's just angry and sweating. And finally, I already showed this to you guys. No, I haven't showed you the spread cat.
Oh, that's the Daniel cat. There it
That's
is.
the Daniel cat. Our poetic.
Look at that cheese.
Man. All right. Thank you guys so much.
Look at
Appreciate
that
it.
cheese.
No new cars.
Yeah, I was just about to say, we got to stop buying new cars.
He was, look, sunset free, but then again, we bought phones that track us.
Yeah, I was going to say, you said track us. For me, it's like we're already being tracked. We're not getting away from that. But to be surveillanced, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know what that is either, bro.
I'd like to know a little bit more
yeah,
what
I
that
would
actually
too. But
means.
But that's why I wanted to throw it out in the conversation.
I'm gonna-
because I'd heard about it and it was like maybe we could figure it out a little bit.
I'm going to make shirts that say, no more new cars.
Well, because I don't know when they start releasing the year before, but we're probably not only just a few months away.
I want to say it's like right after summer. Or
Probably that's what I thought, like August, September.
like right after
Because I'm
summer.
thinking somebody's going, hey, what year is this? 2027? No, I don't want this. Give me 26.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm cool, man. No more new cars. We don't need them.
No more locked doors.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
All right, guys. Well, this is an episode of Let's Just Talk, episode number 83, maybe 80 something.
Yeah, almost to 100, man.
Yeah, so we
Almost
just
triple
appreciate
digits.
you guys. We're just three guys. We're just talking about stuff that's going around the world, going on in the church. We can't wait for when is Cholo
May
Trucker
19th?
coming? May 19th, Cholo Trucker will be here. He's going to join in. We got a fourth mic right up there. I don't know if he, oh wait, it's not up there. It's in the other room. But we got 4 mics here. So he's going to join us. And, so I'm looking forward to that. We're going to talk about movies. We're going to talk about all kinds of stuff. What's that? They're already doing that to lower your insurance rate. Oh, heck yeah, then surveillance me then. All right, guys. So God bless you. And hopefully you subscribe to this channel so you get all notifications. We have Wednesday Bible study and Sunday service. God bless you.
Be blessed.
Peace.
You got pretty legs, man.
Oh, man.
And they lanolated. You put shea butter